Life is hard. If it weren't, more people would have quit their jobs, traveled whenever they wanted, and fulfilled their childhood dreams. But they haven't. Anything worthwhile requires a great deal of suffering. This is why American writer Ann Bishop said, "Everything has a price, it's just what you're willing to pay for it." What are you willing to pay to achieve what you want? Here's where your habits come into the picture. What you do most often is what you'll become. The habits that change your life forever require much more effort, discipline, and patience. While they are much harder to enforce, the lifelong returns are incomparable to the initial investment and energy you pay up front. With that said, you'll never regret enforcing these 5 habits. They may be incredibly hard, but they will change your life.
Your propensity to delay gratification will determine where you end up in life. For proof, look no further than the Stanford marshmallow experiment. In this study, a child was offered a choice between a reward now or 2 rewards later. All they had to do was wait. The researcher left the room for around 15 minutes and placed a single marshmallow on the table for the child to consume if they wished. If the child resisted the urge to eat the marshmallow, they would get the extra reward as promised. Follow-up studies revealed that the children who could wait longer for the preferred rewards tended to have better life outcomes, as measured by educational attainment, body mass index, and other life measures. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful of all time, once said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." Successful people know that 80% of their results are derived from 20% of what they do. Getting caught up in the 80% that doesn't move you closer to your goals wastes time. Successful people prioritize effectiveness. Thus, they make saying no a habit. The more you say no, the more time you have to focus on your 20%. When I was a kid, I thought my parents were punishing me when they gave me a bedtime. I used to say, "I can't wait until I'm older and can go to bed whenever I want." Now I'm older. I prefer having a bedtime. Sleep helps to repair and restore our brains. As we sleep, we process information, consolidate memories, and undergo several maintenance processes that help us to function effectively during our waking hours. The better rested you are, the more effective you'll be. The secret to being better rested is to go to sleep and wake up at the same time. If life gets in the way and you can't sleep at the same time, still wake up at the same time. But be sure to have a nap during the day to recoup the lost hours. Another tip to help you sleep better is to ditch your phone in place of a book. This chills you out and prepares your mind for a good night's rest. In the book Do Hard Things, the author, Brett Harris, says, "Courage is not the absence of fear. It is rather not letting your fear control your actions. If life is hard, you must do hard things to triumph. This doesn't mean you won't be scared while doing them. You will. When it comes to doing hard things, everyone feels fear, including Elon Musk." In an interview with Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, Elon says, "It's not as though I just have the absence of fear, I feel it quite strongly. But there are just times when something is important enough that you do it despite fear." The same goes for you. If an amazing quality of life is important to you, make it a habit to do what you must despite the fear. In 2019, Cesar Azpilicueta, or Dave, as everyone at the club used to call him, was made Chelsea FC captain after the departure of Gary Cahill. Despite playing at the highest level, Azpilicueta didn't light the world on fire. He was an old-school fullback. I'm talking shorts tucked in and not afraid to get stuck into a tackle. To him, attacking was an afterthought. To put it bluntly, he was a bang-average player. But he played week in, week out. Since his move from Marseille in 2012, Aspie made 508 appearances for Chelsea before departing in 2023. All 12 managers who managed Chelsea during his time at the club trusted him with a starting spot in the team. When asked why, they all said the same thing. You know what you get with Aspie. He was a consistent player. Every game he'd get at least 7 out of 10. Moral of the story? You don't need to be great if you're consistent. You can get away with being okay if you show up regularly. I like the way Dwayne Johnson put it. Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come. Azpilicueta is now regarded as one of the Chelsea legends.
Life isn't just a walk in the park. You must do some difficult things if you want to make the most of your time here. That's because everything worthwhile requires intentional habits to cultivate. If you find these insights helpful and want to learn more about building great habits, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your future self might just send you a thank you note.